Hey, Brendan, what's up, buddy?
Not much. How are you doing?
My name's Seth Perler. Hello, parents, compassionate, proactive parents, and teachers and therapists, and anybody out there who wants to learn how to help students with executive function challenges. Brendan Mahan from ADHD Essentials is here with us today, and this is Brendan's site here, ADHDessentials.com. I'll show that to you in a minute. But Brendan, on the summit this year, what are you going to be teaching parents and teachers about?
Obviously, we're going to talk about executive function, and I played a little more with time than everything else. So we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about why there is dignity in struggle. And that's important because when we've got neurodiverse kids, there's more struggle to be had. So if we can find the dignity in that and figure out what makes that a little bit useful, we want to. We're also going to discuss three fundamental assumptions that will make our lives easier. And we're going to talk about why transitions are more complicated than we think.
And when a parent is like, oh, ADHD Essentials, you work with parents and families and stuff, what's your job? How do you respond to that?
My job is to help people better manage the trials and tribulations that ADHD can bring with it, help people better understand what ADHD is and how it works. And my job is to be on the front lines of advocacy and helping the world understand neurodiversity better, whether or not it's in their family.
And then in terms of the hats that you wear to do that, what are those hats?
So I'm an ADHD coach. I run online parent coaching groups, and I work one-on-one with folks who have ADHD. I do trainings for schools and businesses and community groups and parent groups. I have a podcast called ADHD Essentials that's over 250 episodes at this point. It's been going for 5 years. I'm also on the planning committee for the International Conference on ADHD, and I'm on the board of the Men's ADHD Support Group.
Right on. And this is your site here. This is ADHDessentials.com. We'll link it below. And this is a freebie that Brendan has about the wall of awful, which is a very core concept that Brendan teaches about that's really caught on because it really frames things so well. And then this is what the podcast looks like. You can access all that from the site here if you want to learn more about Brendan. So, Brendan, what's your why? Why do you care? Why does this matter to you? Why do you do this work?
I read a lot of comic books as a kid, and I kind of infused the superhero archetype into who I am as a person. And I don't wear capes, and I'm not pretending I have special powers, but that the nature of selfless support and selfless help for others really is a core component for me. Um, and so, in a lot of ways, I've become the person I needed when I was a kid, and I'm paying it forward to help others in any way that I possibly can.
Awesome. I like that. I hear when you probably hear this too. I meet people and they're like, "Oh, I wish I had you when I was a kid," and I'm like, "I wish I had me when I was a kid
Yeah,
too," because I that's why I do what I do. Do you hear that as well?
I do. Yeah, and that's kind of part of where that idea came from. Is like, yeah, I kind of became who I needed when I was a kid, and I just try to be that person for whoever I encounter, whether they're other ADHD professionals or someone who is totally new to the field or totally new to the idea of even having ADHD and what do I do with it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Brendan. And again, this is Brendan's site, ADHDessentials.com. And if you like what we're doing here at ExecutiveFunctionSummit.com, this is the summit site, at least the iteration that you're seeing today as I'm recording this, because I change things all the time with my ADD. But we have some fantastic speakers. And if you like what we're doing, go ahead and snag the URL, please, and share it with some parents or teachers today via email or groups or what have you. And Brendan, thank you so much for being here. I'm stoked. And parents and teachers, thank you for being here. Take care, buddy.